Hello, hey guys, what's up, my people? How are you guys? I'm back on here. I haven't really recorded all week. Well, I did record a little bit. I tried to film a handful of times, but I was recording outside and the entire thing got scrapped because the wind is just like where I live, it just creates like this wind trap, like this wind tunnel, and the whole thing got scrapped. The audio was trash. I'm trying to remember the last time I filmed on here and the last thing I uploaded and what we talked about. But anyways, we're back, guys. I've had kind of a busy week. I've been busy, I've been working, I've been seeing friends. If you guys don't know, I still do work like kind of like a corporate-ish job. I work on a marketing team for this tech company that is based in Paris, but they also have an office in Midtown Manhattan. So I'm there like a few times a week, like sitting in an office setting basically is like what I'm doing. So yeah, and that takes up like a good amount of my time. And then like when I'm home, like I'm still working and doing stuff, and then I do content. So during the week, it's like I'm pretty go, like, yeah. But I do have a few things that I want to show you guys. First of all, I would just, every time, like I really want to come on here and just be super grateful for all of the love and support. Like I can't believe that so many of you guys are tuning in. Like okay, it's not that many. Like there's like 1,000 of you. It's a lot to me. It's a lot to me. Like 1,000 people like tuning in for these episodes of me just sitting and yapping it's so much fun. And I talk about it with my friends all the time. Like, yeah, like the people on my YouTube are so sweet. They're so kind. I read every single comment and you guys are just really, really nice to me. Hold on, let me grab my coffee. Sorry, my apartment is an absolute wreck right now. It looks like a pigsty. There's literally protein powder on my counter right now. It looks like kind of like I'm doing drugs. There's stuff all over my floors. There's clothes everywhere. Hold on, I'm grabbing my coffee over here. Just bear with me now. Bear with me now. All right, let's get into it. I have a few things that I want to talk about. I want to show you guys my new shoes. I got 2 pairs of Nike Shox. I'm wearing the other ones. I know, shoes inside, kind of disgusting, but these haven't really been worn. So I got a black pair of Nike Shox, which these are like just a classic Nike shoe, like a classic sneaker. And I love my sneakers. It's pretty much all I wear. I feel like I look weird if I'm not in like a more like chunkier, just like a sneaker silhouette. Just looks better on me. Like I can't pull off loafers. I can't pull off like flat lifestyle shoes really, unless I'm wearing pants. I don't know. It looks weird on my legs. So I got the black pair and I got these white ones that I have on. And I'm gonna have to really take care of these because my shoes get so dirty, especially like pure white shoes like these in New York is just kind of like a bad idea. But yeah, I got those this week and I'm really excited about that because I feel like you can never have enough shoes. And then also I want to just talk about this thing back here. That's just chilling back here. Bear Bells. I don't know if you guys know the brand Bear Bells. They make like protein bars, which I fell in love with when I first discovered them years ago. And I love this brand so much. And I've worked with them a little bit and I have like a little bit of a relationship with them. I'm on their PR list and they recently sent out this giant like cooler situation with like a bottle opener on the side. It's a solid thing. And I opened it up and it was some of their products. There's nothing in here right now, but I could store like, I don't know, I could store stuff, use it as decor. I don't know if it's like, it would be cute as decor, but I don't know if I want something that just screams milk drink on it. I don't know, but I thought that was cool. That was fun. I love getting like PR that's like fun and interesting like that. You guys know I went to Canyon today. Once again, ice is melted, kind of like dirt water here, but we're still sipping here. Yeah, how have you guys been? I hope you guys had a great week. I've been out. I've been meeting with some friends. I made a new friend over the weekend, and actually another person hit me up on Instagram. We've been mutuals for like a while now, and she hit me up and was like, hey, like let's grab a coffee, like let's hang out. Like she literally DM'd me and was like, would you want to like hang out socially sometime? Like would you want to get a coffee? And I was like, heck yes. Like, are you kidding me? I've been talking about how I have no friends. So I'm excited. I'm gonna hang out with her tomorrow, I think, and I was supposed to get dinner with another friend tonight, but she just canceled on me today. And then I have plans on Saturday and plans on Sunday with friends. So I'm really excited that I'm being social and I'm getting back outside. It's taken me a second to kind of like get back into the rhythm of like being here in New York, like for a second, and like, you know, living my life here, building my foundation here, because sometimes I forget, like I moved to New York when I was 19 and I had such big dreams and so many things that I wanted to do. And like, now's the time to take advantage of that. Yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you guys have been showing me on my YouTube lately. It's really exciting and I'm having so much fun coming on here to yap with you guys and just like talk about my life and just things in general. It's it's so much fun. It's like these therapy sessions. Once again, I'm still like coughing, like I don't know if it's allergies. I just came in from outside, so I don't. It might be just like outdoors, and like I'm allergic to just air. I don't know. What else? I've been trying to like take notes about things that I want to talk about, but I honestly feel like I do better when I just press record and just once again just like riff and just talk. I got my hair cut a few weeks ago, and it's like. I've been like wearing it a little flatter like this, and I feel like it looks a little better than me trying to like force, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm letting it marinate a little bit, but I feel like it's fine. Like this is good. Speaking of like appearance, I have been thinking about doing, the lighting is gonna make me kind of sound crazy, but I don't know if you guys have ever noticed my under eyes. I've talked about it on my YouTube before, like last year. My under eyes is like my biggest insecurity when it comes to my appearance, because I have such dark circles. Like whenever I go home, like my grandma has made comments even saying like you need to sleep more, like your dark circles under your eyes, like you look rough, like you look tired. And it's really bad actually in certain lighting and certain angles. And like when I get photos, I always try to like maybe tilt my head up a little bit to try to like fill in this space. Like my under eyes are really, really bad. And it's even worse when I'm not like well rested. So I have been looking for like med spas in New York that could potentially give me some treatments. I would never do filler under my eyes. I don't think, like there's no reason to get under eye filler at 22 years old. But I am thinking about maybe doing like, there's this PRP treatment where basically they take your blood, they take your plasma and they spin it and then they inject it back into you. So it's like your own plasma being injected back into your face. And basically it rejuvenates this, like it helps with the discoloration and like it helps it make it more like plump, like full, so that you don't have the shadowing happening under here. It's really bad. Like I would never get like work done or like do, like I'm not into all of that stuff. Like I'm not into body modification things, but when it's something that I've been really insecure about for so long and people have made comments about it, like my friends have said things about it, my family has said things about it, I'm kind of like, all right, like should I maybe do research into like what I could do? Because I've tried every treatment that you can do, like over the counter, like at home yourself. Like I've tried, you know, I do the under eye masks, I do the what are the things called, the I don't know, I do like topicals. I've tried everything and nothing really helps. So I think my final resort would be to do something a little bit more, it's not really that invasive, just something that can actually help. Cause like that, like look at my under eyes, like that's crazy. Like I gotta do something about that. I want to, but let me not send the wrong message here. You don't, it's fine. Yeah, I wanted to go back and like kind of take a step back and start talking about, or I guess doing my own reflection on like how I have spent these we're coming up on 3 years living in New York, which is kind of crazy to me. It feels like it's been a long time, but at the same time, it hasn't even been 3 years. You know what I mean? Like I moved here when I was 19, and I feel like time doesn't feel real when I am looking back at that. Like, to be honest, guys, I I come from Cincinnati, Ohio, like the suburbs of Cincinnati, Ohio. And that being raised in that environment and then moving to New York City is like such a stark contrast. And living this, I feel like I'm living a new life. Like when I moved here at 19, anything that happened before, the life that I had before and the people that I knew and the people that I associated myself with and like everything that I was involved in kind of died there when I moved to New York. Like I feel like I am fully detached from my life before New York. And I don't know if that's like a coping mechanism or if that's like, if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing or if it's like, I don't know. I feel like I am a completely different person. I feel like I don't relate to anything about my old self. Like old self, like that's really how I see it, guys. I really see it as like Cameron before New York and Cameron after. But to be honest, I don't really think about my life before New York, like ever. Whenever I think about like before New York, it's only like my childhood. I'm thinking about like what happened as a child, like how, you know, like the nostalgic aspects of my life. I don't think about like what I was doing. Like, bro, my life from like 15 to 18, I don't remember. Like I blacked out a lot of high school. Sometimes my sister talks to me about like things that happened in high school and I'm like, I don't remember that, or I don't remember this person, or like what's their name again? Like I really feel like not that like I'm better than that or like I'm above it. It's just that I really do. Like I really feel like I'm detached from my life before New York completely. Like my brain has just kind of blacked it out, and maybe it is like a coping mechanism of like, you know, not wanting to be a part of certain things anymore. Like I feel like people from back home are just so like I feel like if I were to go back home and like go back to my high school and talk to the people that I was friends with in high school, I would be so different. I just feel like I wouldn't be able to relate to them. And maybe that's not fair to assume, but I feel like I would be like kind of like what's an analogy here? What's a metaphor that I can use? Like just like the outcast, like somebody who like, I don't know. Obviously the people in Ohio are different than the people in New York. And once you remove yourself from an environment, you start to become your new environment. And that's true. That's just true. And I feel like I have been trying to do like some reflecting on like, okay, what exactly has changed? What has changed in the past it'll be 3 years this December. And so it's been like 2.5. It really hasn't been that much time. Like 2.5 years, like is not that long at all, bro. Like that is not that much time. But in my head, it's been decades that I have like been living this life that I live. Like New York really kind of like, here's an example of something that like has changed in me. Minor inconveniences don't bother me the way that they used to. Like I feel like in Ohio, like when I was living there, like little things would piss me off. Like little things would be like such a major inconvenience. But then now here in New York, like being in such a huge city where life is just rougher, things are just like more difficult overall. Like it takes some grit. It takes more to like get around here. Like things kind of just roll off my back easier here. Like minor inconveniences are just like, I don't have time to put up with it. Like, I don't know, like even like forgetting my keys, like in my apartment, like, and I have to like go down and like get my doorman to like unlock it and let me in and everything. Like I kind of just like, am like, oh, that sucks, whatever. And then I just like go and do it. And then I like move on. And then I forget about it. Whereas like in Ohio, like things just kind of like are a little bit more prominent. Like things are a little bit more loud in my head. In New York, I don't have time to like worry about little things. I don't have time to like worry about like, you know, if for example, like if a crazy person on the street like cusses me out or says like, calls me a slur or like says some crazy things to me, I'm like that, you know, I'm like, whatever, like it's whatever. We live in New York. Like, yeah, like I don't even think about it. It doesn't even compute in my brain. In Ohio, the Ohio version of me would have made a huge deal out of it. That would have been, you know what I mean? Like that is one thing that has changed, but there's a million things that I feel like has just changed psychologically in my head that like maybe I don't even think about or I haven't noticed. So I'm trying to reflect on like what specifically has changed, not just about like my mannerisms and the way that I talk and the way that I behave and the things that I connect with, but also just like me as a person. And that's another thing I want to talk about is like, I've been talking so much about like trying to figure out like what it is that I want in my life and like how I want to spend my time and how I want to spend my days. And I'm realizing that like something that I feel like I really struggle with is, I talked about it in one of the last episodes, what is this? One of the last podcast episodes, like what am I talking about? One of the last videos is how, sorry, I just got a text. How I feel like I really struggle with people pleasing and wanting to, I guess, like perform or like stay in, like I feel like I oftentimes care more about like staying in character than living in my own truth. Not to sound like really corny or cringe, but like, do you know what I mean? Oftentimes I feel like I have to kind of keep up this reputation that I desire than to just be myself freely, or to like do the things that I truly want to do, post the things that I want to post, talk about the things that I want to talk about, talk to the people that I want to talk with. Like, I feel like I have kind of like created this image in my head that I want people to have about me. And then everything, therefore, after that, I'm like trying to perform to keep up with it. And I'm trying to like stay in character. I'm trying to like be this version of myself that I want people to perceive me as, rather than to just be myself freely and let people perceive me however they want. I feel like the thing holding us back from true freedom is like our reputation that we want to uphold. I feel like I really am wrestling with that of like, well, it's almost kind of like this amplified version of myself. Like, well, the cool Cameron or like this type of Cameron wouldn't say that thing, so I'm not going to say that. He would say this. Or like the cool Cameron or the correct Cameron would post this thing, would post this photo, would post that video. So I'm going to do that. But actually what I should be doing is like just not even thinking about that and just doing as I please, just doing the things that I want to do and not considering how people are going to perceive it and if that's going to live up to my expectation in my head. Do you know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense there. Like, it's almost kind of like this alter ego that I want to create so that people perceive me some type of way, but that's actually not fair to myself at all. Like, I feel like cool people or people that like are looked up to or people that like a lot of other like consumers admire are people who just are free or like just do what they want, and then people find those things cool. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's kind of how I'm treating my YouTube, is like I'm coming over here to just yap and like really just like be free. You know what I mean? Not perform. Like, this isn't a performance. This is literally me in my apartment just pressing record and just going. And that is kind of like what I'm trying to break myself out of, is like trying so hard to like be validated, like performing for others for validation rather than validation of myself. Or, you know what I mean? Like, who cares? Who cares if people like see something that I posted or see me doing something that like doesn't live up to the character that I'm supposed to play? Do you know what I mean? It's all this made up bullshit. It's made up stuff that is just like really dumb, that kind of goes on in my head. Performative bullshit that I really am trying to break out of. I really want to stop caring about or thinking about. and I want to just start doing and just start living, like doing whatever I want and not caring about how it's going to be perceived. Like, because at the end of the day, if people see me doing something that they don't like, that's not my responsibility. That's not my responsibility at all. Like, if you don't like what I have to say, if you don't like the way that I think or the things that I post or the things that I talk about or how I act, that's not my responsibility. Get well soon, please, because that's not on me. And I gotta remind myself of that, because like insecurity is really unattractive. It's really unattractive. Insecurity is not, it's not cute. It's not fun. It like that. Work on that. And I'm trying to tell myself that, because like it's not fun. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. It's weird. So yeah, that's another thing that's been on my mind. It's just like, is realizing those things. And then another thing, kind of going back to what I talked about in a video before, is like, no, that's it. I don't want to, that's it. I don't even know where I was going to go with that. That's really it. But yeah, practicing detachment and realizing my detachment to my past life is like also a prominent thing. Yeah. I've also been thinking a lot about like, okay, so it's been 2.5 years that I've been living in New York. You know, like how much longer are we gonna be here? And to be honest, like I don't have like a final date that I want to be in New York for. Like when I moved here, I honestly, like, I've considered this being for the rest of my life, like living in this city for the rest of my life. Like, you know, but then I've been kind of not really spending too much time thinking about it, but I have been thinking like, well, what do I want my life to look like in my 30s or in my 40s or 50s or 60s? And, you know, like what I do now is going to set myself up for that. Like, do I want to have a family? Do I want to get married? Do I want to have children? Do I want to get a dog? What do I want to do for work? How do I want to make my money? Like, who do I want to have in my circle? What types of things do I want to do? And I really can see myself being in New York for the rest of my life. At the same time, I've always said that I have maybe wanted to go to California to like settle down a little bit, like after my 20s, like maybe like mid 30s would be the time for me to like go somewhere else. But to be honest, there's nowhere else in the US that I would want to live other than New York or Los Angeles or like somewhere else in California. I know that's like such a cringe thing to say or cringe way to think. Like it's either New York or LA. Really, Cameron? Like really? But yeah, like I don't know where else I would go. Where else would I go? I'm not going back to the Midwest. I don't want to go back to the Midwest. And I know that's like, I think my parents watch these, I know my parents watch my videos, and I know that's like breaking my family's heart, because like, you know, like you want to be around your family, like especially as like they grow older, and like, you know, if I ever do want to have a family of my own, like I want my family to be around. I want my parents to be around, and like, you know, all of those things. But but I don't know like what I want for myself, you know? Like I can't spend the rest of my life like, I don't know, just winging it. You know what I mean? I do kind of want to think and like really like consider my choices and like consider my decisions. So I don't know, we'll see where this takes us. I have 100% decided that this is my apartment for the time being. This is the area that I want to live in. Like I'm here long term meaning at least another 2 or 3 years in this specific apartment. Like New York, at least another 10. I could do New York for another 10 years. At least, if not more. But this apartment is where I want to be. Like this apartment is so clutch to be living at. Like, especially in my early 20s, like the neighborhood that I live in, the building that I live in. Oh, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed, so grateful, so privileged. And so that's why this fall I'm gonna be This whole time, this poster hasn't been there, guys. It's still down. I'm redoing my entire apartment this fall, and I want to turn it into my home. I want to turn it into a home that I, feels like my space. Right now, I feel like what this place is, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate the way that my apartment is designed right now. Like, my bed gotta go, desk gotta go, couch gotta go, table gotta go, this TV console gotta go, all these frames gotta go. So I'm gonna transform my apartment into a home this fall is my goal. It's just gonna take so much time and so much money, but I think I figured out my layout. I'm gonna put my bed here, like up against the headboard against that wall, coming out this way. So it's gonna take up more space, but it's gonna be worth it. Get rid of the couch and maybe do like a seating area situation in front of my bed. The TV is moving to the opposite wall, which is a good thing because I don't know if you guys know about my neighbor that lives on the other side of this wall, who we had like a little altercation, but then we ended up being like in the New York Times. Our story ended up being published in the New York Times somewhere because she like wrote like a diary entry about it. Anyways, it was like a sweet, wholesome like story that you can find it somewhere on my TikTok or Instagram. But yeah, I'm gonna move the TV over to this wall because there's nobody on that side, but also the layout just makes more sense. My desk is moving in front of the window. And yeah, that's my plan for now. I think I've figured it out, but I'm gonna try to get some for some inspiration. I've been doom scrolling on Facebook Marketplace, just trying to find like furniture and different things that I'm inspired by. I have a few things picked out that I'm gonna go with. So I'm really excited for that. It's just gonna take it's gonna take time, and it's gonna take money, lots of money, guys. I'm in my money saving era right now. Money saving era. As summer is slowly coming to a close, I'm in my money saving era, stocking up for the winter. Just kidding, not really, kind of. Like, I feel like every summer I spend like way more money than I should have, but it's fine. It's literally fine, guys. I'm fine, guys. I'm literally fine. Yeah, that's like I'm looking. I have some notes here on my phone that I'm looking at. That's pretty much like all I had like to quickly talk about today. I did have another note here as I was talking about my under eyes. It just reminded me about it reminded me a lot about like how much emphasis I sometimes put on like my appearance and the way that I look and how I show up. And like, I saw this video the other day of this guy talking about how people judge you by your looks first and foremost. It's the number one most important thing. And it's the number one most vital thing to invest in. And that can be a dangerous conversation to try to navigate like safely. But honestly, there's some truth to that, guys. Like, the way that you look really, it's the first thing that people notice about you. It's like before anyone hears your ideas, your thoughts, or your character, they judge you based on how you look. How you show up really does matter. First impressions matter because like people, it's science. It literally is science. Your brains are wired. We're animals. You know what I mean? Like, we're animals. So like, when you see someone that makes you feel some type of way based on how they look, your brain is wired to like kind of like be like, okay, is this person safe? Are they not safe? Like, should I trust this? Do they look trustworthy? Do they look like they hold a lot of wisdom? Do they look, you know what I mean? That is just how our brains work, whether we like it or not. Like, that's always gonna be the truth. Like, people are gonna judge you based on how you look. If you look put together, or if you look like, if you look a certain way, certain people are gonna be drawn to you. Certain people might not be drawn to you. Certain people might be turned off by, your appearance. Like, that is just the truth. And so that's why I feel like every single morning I get ready. Every single morning. Doesn't matter if I have somewhere to be, somewhere to go. Every single morning I practice like my morning rituals where I get up and I have to get ready no matter what. I have to like put effort into the way that I look because it really does matter. Like, at the end of the day, it matters. Like, and I'm not talking about like attractiveness. I'm not talking about like being good looking. You know what I mean? Like, which is a completely different conversation that maybe I'll get into in another video. But like, I'm talking about just like being put together, being, you know, showing up like tidy. And do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, like, have you ever like seen someone talking and you're kind of like right person or right message, wrong messenger? Like the things that they're delivering are correct, but like it's kind of like there's something off. I don't know. It's just true. I could go into that. Like, I don't know. I feel like people make assumptions. Not saying that like people's judgment based on your look, based on your appearance is always true, but people do make assumptions based on how you look. Right off the bat, like first impression, within the first like 5 seconds of seeing someone, your brain is already making assumptions about them. It's just how our brains work. And I think about that often, like, shoot, like, I wonder how they're perceiving me right now. Like, I wonder if I'm coming across as trustworthy, or if they are assuming like what they're assuming about me based on how I look. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, not that that's like an important thing, but it kind of is. Kind of is. Something that I think about. Anyways, we're at like the 30-minute mark. I know not many of you guys stick around to the end. Actually, you know what? Actually, a lot of you guys do stick around to the end. I tell you guys to comment the emojis, and I scroll through the comments, and there's a bunch of you guys that are here till the end, which is really cool. And I love getting to this point in the video because I know that the only people who are watching are the people who like are tapped in, tuned in. So if you're still here, what's up, guys? You guys are the freaking best. Like, seriously, I love you guys so much. Like, the things you guys say and your kind words mean so much to me. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing more videos, like vlogs, like taking you guys out and doing like a day in my life. Maybe I'll show you like what it's like when I go to the office, or like on like the weekend. Maybe I'll vlog this Saturday. Or maybe I'll do like a weekend vlog on top of these talking videos, you know? I just want to like make stuff. I just want to like share my life, document my life, and like just like make whatever I want to make and post it on here. And I'm really having so much fun with these videos. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Yeah. Today, let's comment if you're still watching at this point, I know that you're a real one. So comment the palm tree emoji. Comment the palm tree emoji. That's what I'm vibing with today, the palm tree. Don't know why, don't know how, don't know the reason, but the palm tree emoji. Comment that one if you're still sticking around. Okay, trying to think if there's any last words that I want to get in before I hop off of here. I don't think so. I'm excited for this weekend. I have plans with a friend tomorrow, and I'm going out with Jasmine and some other friends on Saturday. And then I'm going out with another friend during the day, or for brunch on Sunday. So maybe I'll vlog. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Once again, love you guys so much. Follow my Instagram at CameronRowePOVs. You can DM me over there. I don't really respond to DMs. I'm not gonna lie, I don't respond to DMs, but I do check them. But I don't respond to them. I respond to comments on here. But follow me on Instagram. That's all. All right. I will see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. And have a great rest of your week. Okay? I'll see you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.